This is my assignment 5 for AP 867. Couple changes to be made. So first of all, my lesson is going to be basically about Manifest Destiny or Americans Moving West. It's going to focus on the Oregon Trail. It's going to incorporate Bloom's taxonomy because I really like the whole idea of students creating. It leads to more facilitation and student-centered instruction in the classes. And they're going to be mapping their own route and journaling and a couple of other things that are going to be involved. But we're on summer break here in New York, and it was very difficult to get in touch with some colleagues and stuff like that, or actually just teach this assignment. So I kind of taught a version of this in school this year. It went really well. Kids seemed to like it. We played the Oregon Trail game in class, and whoever had the highest score, I gave them a $10 Amazon gift card. So that was pretty cool. Made it pretty competitive, but learning as well was taking place. So I talked to a teacher friend of mine from a different district and just kind of ran this by them. And basically they said, the length of the assignment, it's not really a 1 or 2 day thing. It was more 2 to 3 days, probably at the most. Now we're on block scheduling at school, so it probably would make this more of a 2-day lesson. Another change I would make is have more opportunity for class discussion. It's something I do all the time anyways, where we have big, especially after like the Parkland shooting, we had pretty much for an entire class period, just a big discussion on gun rights and the Second Amendment and things like that. And then remove the mapping of their own trail or the journal. It's kind of redundant, takes up too much valuable time, and you could have used something else in that spot. Questions to answer. Yeah, I do think the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the understandings. I wanted them to understand how Americans moved west and why. I think the Oregon Trail game talks about, you have people of different backgrounds that moved, pretty much everybody for different reasons. It could be for trying to get rich, new opportunities, new land, and they risked their lives and their families' lives to get there. So I think my activities do accomplish that. The classroom discussion will accomplish that, and especially me facilitating where I want the conversation to go. And it definitely involves real world applications as well. It connects to geography, which I think is extremely important. I use a lot of geography in my classes anyways, because I found that students don't know where things are. And mapping and using Google Earth, and we journal and document because that's an important skill as well, just being able to write and make sense with your words. We use a variety of appropriate assessment formats as well. I'm going to use Google Forms as a formative assessment. It'll provide me, immediate feedback on whether I did a good job or not, and a pro and con chart of Americans Moving West. What were the pros, what were the cons, what was good, what was bad. And the students, are given a little bit of an opportunity to self-assess, but that would take place next class during the bell ringer, where I always do a quick review, 5-10 minutes of class discussion, and make sure that, first of all, it builds upon prior knowledge, bounces off what we did last class, but we can reflect upon what we did and if we think we answered everything appropriately.